Guys, welcome back to part 5 of building a shed in the forest. The shed is right behind me right now. Last time we fully completed it, but today, first of all, we have to repair the sign today because it got washed off overnight. Inside looks pretty good, but today I think we're gonna extend it more. So the other day I was walking around down there in something called the Thorn Heaven Den, and I found a lot of wood. So today I think we're gonna extend it because the original shed was on this tree, so we're gonna try to extend it out and maybe try building it over this tree first and then kind of connecting it with that part, which is gonna be pretty crazy. All right, let's start by repairing the sign. Today we also brought a shovel. I also brought a shovel today because over there I'm gonna try to dig a hole and stick a big branch in there so that we have another part to connect something to put wood on and then make a frame, because there's not enough trees. So I brought a marker. I'm not sure if this will actually work. Okay, that's done. I think I'm gonna start off by making the hole in the ground here. I'm gonna start by making a hole, I think right over here, so that we have some sort of space between that tree and this tree so that we can mount something over in the middle over here. Guys, we are now back at the Thorn Heaven Den. The den was originally over there. We tried building a shed over there, but there was just not enough coverage, and now recently I think a bunch of trees actually fell down here. So as we come in here, we can see, first of all, this is a very nice source of wood. This is a fallen tree, so we can probably cut that. And then over there, there's a lot of good logs that I can find to use on the shed. Guys, we've gotten a decent amount from over there. I think now I'm going to try to climb over to the other side, find some branches on that side, and then we're going to walk around over there, try to find some up there. Guys, this is dangerous. Let me try filming this. Yes. I ended up only getting 2 branches from over there, so, and had completely destroyed my hands. So that's not really good. But I mean, this one's good. This is the only good one I got. Let's bring it over here. I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough to build the new shed. And I'm gonna have to carry them all the way out up there. For now, let's go and just look around here. Okay, we have all the wood. The next step is to start putting something into the hole we made with that saw here. You said Jamid came over, but then I don't know where he went. He's not helping. He just wants to destroy the shed. So I think we're gonna start by putting not pick a giant branch to just kind of put in there. And then we'll go off of that to try to create another type of, this actually might be the canopy because we really don't have much much logs there, and I spent way too much time finding them. So I'm just gonna have to create a rectangular canopy without the actual walls like the shed had. Let's go. Guys, we have finished the framing for the shed, and I think I'm going home. And now you will see me on the next day when I'm back here and I'm starting to cut pine branches from the trees that I have not yet cut from, and starting to layer them on these frames. So I've gotten a nice tunnel here. The problem is basically the walls. We're probably not going all the way to the bottom with the pine branches. We're probably just making some sort of cover here. But then, yeah, I had to improvise. I had to grab a bunch of different logs from all around here. Use some of that. We had to use all the ones that I brought. And yeah, it's not that good here. Not as good as that part, because I'm trying to save. Oh my god, this is just way too sharp. All these points everywhere. But hopefully I can actually stand here, like I can stand here. Hopefully we're able to cover it up and this will turn into something nice. Another POV from inside the shed. Looks pretty good actually. We're gonna have a nice entrance. If I'm able to get that much pine branches, then this will actually be a success and it'll be pretty good. It is now the next day and you guys are getting the first look. I have not yet looked if the frames of the shed are still up. So this is the very first look. The next day. Oh, and I think they're there. I think they're all up here.
Nice.
Yes, this is pretty nice. Nothing fell down. There wasn't any rain, there wasn't any wind really. But at least they're still up and no one's really been here to break it. So this is basically part 2 of part 5. Today I have with me the saw, of course, because we're gonna be cutting a bunch of pine branches to layer on top of here. And this because I'm planning to maybe clear out some of the paths, some of the floor, and do some of the flooring here. Let's just get right into it, and I'm gonna go find trees to cut with this and start layering. Here's how many we got. Let's start layering. we've got one last branch left. You guys think this is enough, or should I go get more? Before you watch on, comment in the comments. Do you think this needs more? Do we need to stop here? Stop cutting trees. So this is how it looks on the inside. It's way less sunlight proof than the main shed, but still, like, I was able to do this all in like an hour. The most time, of course, I spent on actually layering the branches, because that was really hard. So what are some open spots here? Let's just look at from my POV. Right here, I see that this up here definitely needs more coverage. Maybe even this on the actual main shed. The connection, especially the connection here. Do you see that? It's kind of cool. It's like obvious. You can actually see where the sunlight passes through, because I didn't really put branches on where the two parts of the shed meet. I have a little bit of space right there. Some over there, maybe up there somewhere. Over here, definitely. Wait, this actually looks pretty good. Like, it looks good. I'm thinking we're gonna get a few more branches. Alright, here's everything we got from the second trip. Let's start layering again. So we got two really big, nice branches, which I think are gonna go kind of like, let's actually see. We've got some time. What is this? How did I not put that? Whatever. So let's actually see where we need the most coverage on the shed. So I think in the front here, definitely a little bit on the side, in kind of like the upper right side. We're gonna put medium branches around the front and try to fit some on the bottom. I also found 2 logs, as you saw, so I think those logs might serve as horizontal bracing over here and over here, help support the bottom pine branches that are gonna go cover up the bottom halves of the sides. Guys, what are we thinking? It's still not as densely packed as the original shed, but you know, I'm not getting more branches. That was like way too much work already. There's still some space here, but this is just kind of the entrance, you know? It's not really the actual part where people should stay, you know? Kind of like the doorway, and this is also kind of the doorway. And then we enter here, which is the actually fully packed, fully sunlight proof, dense shed. I think the only thing left to do now, I'm actually not going to be using this to get all this stuff out. I'm actually going to be using this to try and get grass to layer across the floor. Guys, the shed is now fully complete. Check this out. We've got a nice wide entrance, and we have the nice grass flooring. I only did the flooring for the main part of the shed right here because there's literally nowhere I can find grass, and I'm already tired. we have a nice kind of back room here. Not as sunlight resistant and not as good of a cover over here than inside the main shed, but it's still pretty decent. As we make our way out, we are able to see the full expanded view all the way through. It's kind of like a tunnel, but it still has a little bit of a circular area right there, similar to a normal hut. One more time, let's look at the sides. Actually, we're witnessing that layering. Well, why is this here? What the heck? This is not supposed to be here. Why is it like sticking out like that? Let's be higher, okay? Anyways, we have the walls. Let's walk all around if you guys want. So we're gonna walk all around here. See how this side looks. It looks like a big blob. It's kind of funny. You walk farther. It kind of looks like a big blob. It's pretty big, yo. It actually looks huge. Now we walk through here, and through here, and we're back to the entrance. Take a look at what's up there. And now we're gonna exit. Alright, thank you guys for watching. This is probably the last time I'm coming over to the shed, part 5. There's probably not gonna be a part 6. If you guys enjoyed that, click that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. This is just annoying. Look at this. I'm about to rip all my clothes. Oh! I should have thorns stuck all up my sides here. Okay.